Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I am Muhammad Yahya, your English teacher. In our lesson today, we are going to answer some exercises based on Unit 1. Let's look at the questions. Question number 1. Choose the correct answer from A, B, C or D. Number 1. If poverty continues to increase, the society may be safe, may be in danger, may be domestic, may be scarce. If poverty continues to increase, what will happen? Yes, the society may be in danger. That's correct. So the correct answer is the society may be in danger. Number 2. In the past, Sinai was an area which consisted mainly of desert land. In the past, Sinai was an area which consisted mainly of desert land. Isolated, close, common, famous. In the past, Sinai was not common, not famous, not close. Yes, so the correct answer is isolated. منعزلة. In the past, Sinai was an isolated area which consisted mainly of desert land. That happened in the past. Number 3. The president's speech made a grade on all that attended. The president's speech made a grade on all that attended. Act, fact, react, impact. The president's speech, خطاب الرئيس, made a grade on all that attended. Yes, impact, made a great impact. I mean, the president's speech أثرت على كل الحضور. Number 4. The government should punish any factory that pollutes the government should punish any factory that pollutes the education, the station, the environment, the hemisphere. The government should punish any factory that pollutes the environment, of course. Number 5. Environment, by the way, first means البيئة. Uranium is a radioactive, which is mainly used for nuclear power. Uranium is a radioactive, which is mainly used for nuclear power. Food, material, gas, liquid. Uranium is not food, it's not gas, it's not liquid, it's material. The correct answer is material. Another question. We were by mosquitoes almost every night during last night. Mosquitoes. We were by mosquitoes almost every night during last summer. Mosquitoes are kind of insect. We were fed, we were absorbed, we were eaten, we were bitten. Yes, correct answer is bitten. يعني تم قرصنة. He accused me of not doing my job and I was very angry. He accused me of not doing my job and I was very angry. He accused me of not doing my job. Proper, probable, probably, probably. We need an adverb here. He accused me of not doing my job. Properly. Yes. Properly means بطريقة صحيحة. At least 264 people died in one of the air of all time. At least 264 people died in one of the air of all time. Air disasters, events, incidents, benefits. When 260 people die, this is called a disaster. Disaster means كارثة أو فاجعة. This is the correct answer. Number 4. I was sad because my father refused to keep my dog at home. While took, bet, took, free dog, gentle dog. When you keep a dog or a cat at home, it's a kind of pet. Yes, it's a pet. I was sad because my father refused to keep my pet dog at home. Number 5. The police searched the passengers. The police searched the passengers for illegal things: furniture, information, identities, luggage. If you are a passenger, so you have a luggage. So you have luggage. Luggage means أمتعة المسافر. Another question. He decided to live after his wife's death. He liked his wife a lot, so he decided to live lonely, alone, loneliness, alone after his wife's death. Yes, he decided to live not lonely, of course, alone. Means by himself. Hospitals can afford to pay higher salaries than state-run hospitals. State-run hospitals means مستشفيات خاضعة للحكومة أو تدار عن طريق الحكومة. The opposite of state-run hospitals is public, special, private or general. Private, that's the correct answer. Private means خاص. Private hospitals can afford means يتحمل نفقات to pay higher salaries than state-run hospitals. Number 3. He bought a model of a red London bus as of his trip to London. Yes. Prize, reward, present, souvenir. When you buy something to remind you of the place you have been, we call this a souvenir. So he bought a model of a red London bus as a souvenir. Number 4. At the border, you will be asked about your and how long you plan to stay. At the border, you will be asked about your and how long you plan to stay. The place you are going to visit, you are traveling to, is called destination. Destinations means in Arabic المقصد. So at the border and الحدود, you will be asked about your and how long you plan to stay, about your destination. Another question, my dear students. This is a grammar one. 2 days ago, I on a picnic with my family. 2 days ago, I will speak about something or an action that happened in the past and finished. We use the past simple. 2 days ago, I went on a picnic. Yes, that's correct. Number 2, usually his grandfather when he was on holiday. Usually his grandfather when he was on holiday. The correct answer is visited. Yes, we can use usually, always, when we speak about an action that usually happened in the past. He usually visited his grandfather when he was on holiday. This action usually happened in the past when he was on holiday. Number 3, my football team won the match and I a goal. Scored, score, have scored, scores. My team won the match and I scored a goal. That's simple as well. Scored a goal. Number 4, my son used to stay up late at night, but now he sleeps at 1 a.m. My son used to stay up late at night, but now he sleeps at 1 a.m. Yes, when we speak about a past habit, we use used to, and when we change it into negative, we use didn't use to. The answer is didn't. My son didn't used to stay up late at night, but now he sleeps at 1 a.m. It was his habit in the past not to stay up late at night, but now he stays up late. Number 5. Noha used to work a lot, but now She doesn't. Yes, present simple. Yesterday evening we a football match. Yesterday evening we mentioned a certain time in the past. So this is, yes, that's correct. It's a past continuous. Yesterday evening we were playing a football match. While Nabil was running, he to the ground. While Nabil was running, this is the long action. What happened suddenly? He fell to the ground. Ali, at 5 o'clock yesterday, when we mention a certain time in the past, we use the past continuous. Ali was sleeping, that's correct. As I was watching TV, my wife, our lunch. Here in this sentence, we notice that the two actions were going on together. The two actions were happening together. I was watching TV, my wife was cooking our lunch. Another question. While he, as a journalist, he wrote stories. While he was working, while he would work, while he works, while he working. Yes, after a while we use the past continuous. While he was working as a journalist. Number 2. I was having my lunch when the phone. I was having my lunch is a continuous action. What happened suddenly? The phone rang. That's correct. Past simple. So we have when here. Past continuous. Past simple. When Muhammad was 12 years old, he to work in Cairo. When Muhammad was 12 years old, he to work in Cairo. We are speaking here about a past action. He went. Manal, her bed, when the light went out. When the light went out, something was happening. What was happening? Manal was making her bed. As they, along the road, they met their friend Omar. As they met their friend Omar. Something was going on when they met their friend Omar as they were walking. That's correct. Let's see another question. We have here a new type of question. Fill in the space. You have to read all the text to decide the correct answer, the correct missing word. Basim decided that he wanted to be a doctor. Space. He grew up. He made his decision after space a television program about a doctor. Space worked in a rural area, China. So Basim worked hard at school. Space all his exams and went to university to study to be a doctor. Let's try to guess the answers. Basim decided that he wanted to be a doctor. He grew up. While he grew up? No, it's not correct. Basim decided that he wanted to be a doctor. Yes, and then when? When he grew up. So Basim decided to be a doctor when he grew up. He made his decision after a television program about the doctor. He made his decision after a television program. I think we watched the program. So he made his decision after watching a television program about a doctor. Worked in a rural area. We need a relative clause here. A television program about a doctor who. So the correct answer here is who worked in a rural area in China. So Basim worked hard at school. And what happened then after he worked hard? Passed all his exams and went to university to study to be a doctor. So again I read the whole text. Basim decided that he wanted to be a doctor when he grew up. He made his decision after watching a television program about the doctor who worked in a rural area in China. So Basim worked hard at school, passed all his exams and went to university to study to be a doctor. Yes, finished. So we must read the whole text to guess the right word, to guess the right missing word. Okay, let's see another type of question. Translate into Arabic. This is a new question for you. When we try to translate from Arabic into English or from English to Arabic, we must know the areas of conflict between the two languages. لازم نعرف الفرق بين الجملة العربية والجملة الإنجليزية. نعرف ترتيب الصفة في العربي والإنجليش. كل ده نعرفه من خلال التمرين. The television and the mobile are responsible for the declining interest in reading among the young. The television and the mobile are responsible for declining interest in reading among the young. Let's look at the difficult words. The television and the mobile are responsible for. Responsible for means مسؤول عن. Yes. The declining interest. Declining means تقليل. Interest means اهتمام, of course, in reading among the young. Let's try to translate. The television and the mobile are responsible for the declining interest in reading among the young. We can say إن التلفزيون والهاتف المحمول مسؤولان عن تقليل الاهتمام بالقراءة وسط الصغار. The young نقصد بهم الصغار. إن جبنا إن طبعا من عندنا. إن التلفزيون أو التلفاز والهاتف المحمول مسؤولان عن تقليل الاهتمام بالقراءة وسط الصغار. Number 2. Being a good citizen requires a lot of civilized behavior, like helping the people in need and accepting differences among people. Being a good citizen requires a lot of civilized behavior, like helping the people in need and accepting differences among the people or among people. Being a good citizen نترجمها ازاي؟ Being a good citizen requires means in Arabic يتطلب a lot of civilized behavior. Civilized means متحضر, behavior سلوك. So in English we use the adjective before the noun, civilized behavior, but in Arabic it's the opposite. في العربي بنستخدم الاسم وبعدين الصفة. Civilized behavior, but in Arabic we say سلوك متحضر, like helping the people in need and accepting differences among people. هنترجمها ازاي؟ Being a good citizen requires a lot of civilized behavior. ممكن نقول لكي تصبح مواطن صالح ذلك يتطلب سلوك متحضر مثل مساعدة الناس المحتاجين وقبول الاختلاف بينهم أو قبول الاختلاف بين الناس. مفيش طريقة واحدة محددة للترجمة، المهم إن الجملة معناها يوصل ويكون معناها صح. Number 3. Mass production brought down prices and meant that people could afford to buy things that had been too expensive for them in the past. Mass production brought down prices and meant that people could afford to buy things that had been too expensive for them in the past. Mass production ممكن نترجمها لإنتاج الضخم. Brought down prices. Brought down prices means خفض الأسعار and means that people could afford to buy things. meant معناها يعني، مش لازم نترجمها يعني. ممكن نقول وأتاح للناس القدرة على شراء الأشياء that had been too expensive for them in the past التي كانت غالية الثمن عليهم في الماضي. So the whole translation الإنتاج بكثافة أو الإنتاج الكثير أو الإنتاج بغزارة خفض الأسعار وأتاح للناس القدرة على شراء أشياء كانت باهظة الثمن عليهم في الماضي.